Guys, this is Ray, and I just wanted to continue sharing my journey to creating my online business and some of the things that I've learned. I'll try to keep this one, again, 2 to 3 minutes, and I want to focus on, for this video, is some of the acronyms that I've come across as I start to learn more about paid traffic options, right? There is organic traffic and there's paid traffic. With organic traffic, what you're typically doing is getting on Facebook or Messenger or Vines or Snapchat or LinkedIn or all these different media platforms, right? And you are talking to people, you're engaging with people, you're posting, you're getting people to start talking to you, engaging with you, and then you basically explain to them about the business, and then when you find somebody who's interested, excuse me, then you can go ahead and promote and sell them on the business. For paid traffic options, it can be a little bit faster of a boost to get started, just because you're paying for someone else to bring those people to your website. You don't have to go find them. So you save a lot of your time, which is really what you're paying that organic traffic. You pay that with your own time to be online, posting and chatting and doing all that stuff, right? With paid traffic, when you do pay-per-click, let's say, you give someone, you pay for a certain amount of clicks, a certain amount of people to actually click on your ad, and that's what you get. Now, depending on how good your ad is, you get people to opt into your list, and then you continue following up with them and then make sales maybe later on. For other people, they'll like what they see and they'll actually purchase right from that click, and they'll go straight from clicking on the ad to clicking on the purchase, pulling out their credit card and making a sale, right? And then they could potentially buy more products from you. So looking at that, you've got a PPC, or pay-per-click. CPC is also known as cost per click. You'll pay a certain amount of money for people to come visit your site, and then you got to keep track of your opt-in rate. So how many people sign up for your newsletter, sign up for your email list, right? And then also keep track of the click-through rate, meaning how many people actually purchase. Of all the clicks that you purchased, how many people bought your product or service. And then also keep track of, again, downline, is there the option for people to buy additional products or services, so you can kind of see the lifetime value of a customer, okay? Now, when you get into PPC or pay-per-click, you can also pay per video. So instead of clicking on an ad, they would have to watch a video, and you pay a certain amount of money for that. There's CPL, or cost per lead. So they potentially click on an ad that takes them to a page that has a form where they have to fill out some additional information, leave answers to questions, give a phone number, email follow-up, all this kind of great stuff. It's a lot more of a hot prospect, of a hot lead, somebody who's really interested, because they are giving a lot of information about what they want, what they need, what they're looking for. That's a lead, okay? And that can cost more than just a pay-per-click, obviously, right? You're getting a lot more higher targeted lead, a hotter lead, right? A new one I came across was RTB, which is real-time bidding, which I found out it works very much like Google Ads and Bing and Yahoo. All those platforms get you to bid against one another to get your ad placed in front of the folks that are doing searches on their search platforms, right? And I want to say, for home business, make money at home, multi-level marketing, online business opportunities, a couple of months back, Google's cost per click was over $7, almost $7.30 or $7.40 per click. So it can get very expensive very quickly when you start using some of these bigger search engines. Bing and Yahoo tend to be a little bit less expensive than Google, but still, you're going to be paying $4, $5, $6 per click. So you can really eat into your marketing budget really quickly if you do that and you don't pay attention, right? What a lot of people are going with nowadays is they will hire, or they'll basically rent out someone's email list, and they'll pay for per click. They'll give the ad or give their banner, their offer to someone, and that person will then send that out to their list, okay? And they will guarantee 100 clicks or 200 clicks, however many you buy. And you can see some pretty good rates, 50 cents a click, 30 cents a click, maybe even sometimes. Some of the guys have like a sale, 75 cents click, $1 a click. I want to say that for online business opportunities, make money online, multi-level marketing, $1.25 a click is pretty reasonable. A lot of people are pretty satisfied with that cost for marketing and for advertising, right? So you've got the PPC, or pay per click, you've got pay per video, you've got pay per lead, you've got the real-time bidding, And then there's also CPM, which is cost per thousand, right? And that has to do with impressions. It's very inexpensive, but it is really more along the lines of they're able to bring somebody to look at your ad. There's no guarantee they'll click on it or anything like that. They'll just put your ad in front of someone's eyeballs, right? Relatively inexpensive. I ran a CPM ad. I bought 100,000 visitors, and it was only $15. So it can be very inexpensive, but I didn't see a whole lot of return off of that. I got a lot of people signed up on my email list, but I didn't really see sales from it. Potentially they weren't targeted properly, and things like that can happen. But it didn't really work for me, but I can see how CPM traffic would work well if you have a blog, right? Because you get more people coming up to your blog, visiting your blog. Then that also gets you higher ranking in Google search engines and the Alexa search engines and all that kind of great stuff. So if you've got a blog site or a website, definitely that would be the route to take, so that you can potentially come up in people's search engines without you doing anything. So that can be helpful. So I hope this information was helpful. I know the video was a little bit longer than I expected it to be, but hopefully now those acronyms aren't foreign to you and this video was helpful. If you'd like to learn more, you have some specific questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, right? Have a great day.